I actually was confronted with a few kind of controversial passages or hadiths about Muhammad,
Okay.
and wanted you to ask. I want to ask you if you could show the exact hadiths where I could find them and think about them and maybe show them to my fellow friends
Okay.
and to
What is the hadith about?
one is about I don't know if I should say it loud on in the internet, but one is about having tie sex with infants, and the other is about when Muhammad put his tongue into a child's mouth.
Yeah. The first one is not Muhammad saying that. The first one is about a book. It's called Tahrir al-Wasila, and I will post the link in the chat.
Yes.
Tahrir al-Wasila is a Shia book, not Sunni book. And
Okay.
Shia and Sunni, both of them, they agree that there's no age for sex with the children's, you know. However, they follow the steps of the Prophet. So the Prophet, if you go and watch all Muslim who claim to be cleric or have knowledge, they say, well, you know, you look at the girl, if she can handle it, you go for it. If she cannot handle it, you don't go for it. So what if she cannot handle it? The answer is very simple. You can enjoy her sexually without intercourse. This is the book of Tahrir al-Wasila, volume number 2, page number 241. Here it says, problem number 12. And I will use Google Translation so you can read with me. But for now, let us read in Arabic first. It says, problem number 12. It's not lawful for to have sex with the wife if she is under the age of 9. So you can marry her. She's a wife, as you say, you know. However, even if the act of sex is continue or like not continues, but all kind of sexual joys like touch with desire, hugs, or putting your thing between her legs, it's okay, even if she is an infant. And now I will use Google Translation. All right, and this is problem number 12, as we showed. It is not permissible to have intercourse with the wife before completing 9 years, but you can marry her before 9 years. So what do? You married her, now she's your wife. Like Muhammad, he married 6 years old, but he did intercourse according to hadith at the age of 9. So what he was doing between 6 and 9? Read carefully. Whether the marriage is permanent or not, I don't think this is about the marriage. It was about the sexual act. As for all pleasures, such as touching with desire, cuddling, and fagging, I don't know what this word means. This is the word here. It should be like putting your thing between her thigh. There is nothing wrong with it, even if the female is an infant. You see it? So this is the first one about about you as a Muslim. You can have sex with a wife, which means you can marry children, even if they are an infant. Marrying an infant is okay, you know, because remember when he said, even if she's an infant, talking about what? Talking about a wife. Talking about a wife. So a Muslim, he can marry an infant. However, he cannot, according to the story here, he cannot have full intercourse with her until she is 9 years old. But he can do all kind of sexual joys. If they call it joys, I call it pervert joy. Even if she is an infant. Imagine she is suckling her finger. However, if we go in the Quran to chapter 65, verse number 4, chapter 65 in the Quran is the chapter for divorce. It's called at-talaq. Talaq means divorce. So in the chapter of the divorce, it says that you can, it's talking about, like those who are divorcing them now, and do they need to wait for 3 months? Because in Islam, if a female, she got divorced, she have to wait for 3 months. This is At-Talaq, chapter 65, verse number 4. وَاللَّاتِي يَئِسْنَ مِنَ الْمَحِيضِ, etc. It says here, O Messenger of Allah, they ask him, what about waiting period for those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? So now we are talking about divorcing children. What we would do? Should they wait for 3 months too? They don't have period. Because supposedly we have to give them 3 period to be sure that they are clean from previous sexual relationship, from being having a baby, carrying a baby from previous husband or the last husband. So they are asking him, what about the children? The one who never have their period yet, because they are too young. I don't know if you can see my screen. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, it says they are too young. So because they are too young, what we will do? You know? And here the answer saying it clearly. Well, you know, wait, so what? But they are too young. They never have their period. So Muhammad, he practiced it. The Muslim, they practice it. And there's no age limit in Islam to have sexual relationship with the children, including infant. Did I give you a satisfying answer?
Yes.
And this is Tafsir Ibn Abbas. This is the cousin of your prophet. This is not anyone. This is not a guy from YouTube. This is a guy, he actually the only one named by Muhammad that he can explain the Quran. Muhammad called him Hibrul Ummah, which means that the ink of the knowledge of the nation, the ink of knowledge. He prayed to Allah, he says, Allahumma ja'al ibn Abbas habrun li hadhihi al-ummah.